scared that we aren't going to have this day?
No, really. I was not scared. I knew that it was going to come because it's a matter of time.
So here we go. Brahma Kamoko, 33 years of age, born in Accra, Ghana. Bukon Banku is the nickname. Ayitey is the role model. And Wuto and Kwatekwe Kote is the trainer. So this is interesting stuff here. So Bukon Banku, he says, super entertainment. I can't believe this. So the man is already, look at that. I have never seen this, Jeffrey. Sharing money even before the fight, Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Even not Floyd Mayweather.
No. Not a money man.
So we've given a twist to boxing.
Powers is relaxed, very calm in the ring. And it's getting ready because listen, there is the time when
Zoom Asma Nelson. And with Alhaji Saleh.
There's Alhaji Saleh.
You know, so that is his very close friend, very close pal.
One of the people that have contributed immensely to the development of boxing in this country.
Absolutely, Jeffrey, absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment everybody's been waiting for. Before we go ahead with all the formalities, can we invite the president of the Ghana Boxing Authority, who is sanctioning all of these bouts. And while we do that, we acknowledge the Vice President, Nee Hansen Thompson, the Secretary General, Patrick Johnson, the Match Commissioner, who's also the President, Peter Zwenis, the Technical Director, J.A. Annan, who's also serving us as scorekeeper and clerk of skills, together with Roger Bano, the team keeper, Edward Addo, Ring Marshal, Fatai Isifu, and of course on the medical bench we've got Dr. S.A. Quay, Dr. Ayitey, and Dr. Akwe. And ladies and gentlemen, we go to officials for this bout. Judge number 1, Confidence Hiagbe. Judge number 2, Roger Bano. Judge number 3, Emmanuel Brenya. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, this bout is enjoying a lot of solidarity from our brothers in the West African region who are also represented, especially Nigeria, by the Secretary General of the Nigerian Boxing Board of Control. And of course, we also celebrate a lot of achievements on behalf of one great ring official who is here giving us solidarity from the WBC. I'm talking about Atar Eddie Papo, who's sitting here with us, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, from the Accra Sports Stadium, specifically the capital of Ghana, the nation that gave us Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, the nation that gave us Azuma Zum Zum Nelson, the nation that gave the rest of the African continent a great boxer like Azuma Zum Zum Nelson. I welcome you to this history-making bout, which surely is going to write another book of history in boxing, not only in Ghana, but on the African continent. Ladies and gentlemen, by the kind courtesy of Box Office Promotions, Super Sport, Joel TV, of course TV3 here in Ghana, CTFM, and of course Happy FM. Ladies and gentlemen, 12 rounds of cruiserweight boxing in a non-title contest between two of the most popular boxers here in Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, from the blue corner, I introduce to you the boxer who fights under Coach Nelson of the Sagacious Boxing Gym. 18 wins, 23 losses, 1 draw, and 14 of the wins coming by way of knockout. Put your hands together for the man who's known on the streets as Ataka, the man who has a hairstyle known as Efebotanji Okwe. Put your hands together one more time for Ayitey Power. And of course, now we go to the boxer fighting out of the red corner. severally a champion here on the African continent, and also with the WPBF, and of course also a WBO Africa heavyweight champion, one time ranked among the first 15 on the WBC rankings, an undefeated boxer, gone 26 fights undefeated, with 20 of those wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together as we welcome the most popular, undoubtedly undisputed, here on the Ghanaian scene, Brahma Bukon Banku Kamoko. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be 12 rounds of cruiserweight boxing. It's a non-title bout, and we are about to tell a great story of boxing from Ghana to the rest of the African continent. If you're all here and you're all ready for this big bout, if you want to show Africa that Ghana is the great and greatest country on the African continent in boxing, then let me hear your voices. Shake the foundations here at the Accra Sports Stadium. I hand you over to the boxer, or I hand you over to the referee at the center of the ring, Shadrach Akwe.
Well,
Coach. Go. 12 rounds of fine boxing. You know the rules. I expect you to defend yourselves as all time. Obey my instructions. Any problem? Shake hands. Let's see fine boxing.
Jeffrey, I can't wait for this day. It has come at long last. Brahma Kamoko, Bukon Banku, and Ayitey Powers. Last year, December, it was Ayitey who called the bluff of Bukon Banku. Here we are. It has come. Are we ready for it?
the first round sound will be like a dream come true. The reality is here, and trust me, the world is going to watch wonderful boxing. A grudge bout is a grudge bout. It's got beyond what will happen in the ring. Trust me, there's pride at stake, there's bragging right at stake. The moment of truth is here, the decision time is here, and every score will be settled in the ring. Every round will matter, every minute will matter, every second will matter. Each round will be crucial. Trust me, this is the moment of truth.
Incredible.
I'm impressed. Look at the crowd. I'm impressed with the crowd. Like I said, I've covered boxing for several years. It's just historic crowd. Never in the history of boxing have we ever seen such an attendance in
kudos to the two boxes. So here we go. History has really come to reality here. Ayitey Powers, Bukon Banku, round one. So Jeffrey, this is the scenario all of us are looking for. We've just started. There is nothing to pick between the two boxes. So here we go, Jeffrey. Great jobs coming from Ayitey Powers. And there you have their record. Kamoko, 26 fights, and he has won all and 20 by way of knockout. And you have Powers, 42 fights. He actually won 18, lost 23, drawn 1, and 6 of the wins came by way of knockout. What a day, Jeffrey.
Well, interesting, and the way it has started, flurry of exchanges. I mean, that is it. Bukon Banku want to impose his strategy on him. His strategy is to pin Ayitey Powers to the ropes and make sure that it delivers his devastating punches. And that is what Bukon Banku has come for. Ayitey Powers is looking for uppercuts, and trust me, this is looking a bit interesting. A good uppercut.
Very, very interesting. And Bukon Banku seems to be very, very comfortable with this fight.
Yeah, he's an inside fighter, while Ayitey Powers fight from the outside. And so that is why he love it when it's like this. And he's got wonderful uppercut from the right, uppercut from him. Ayitey Powers must get out of
He's
this
still
zone.
working on his body.
Yeah, Ayitey Powers must get out of this zone because he's an outside fighter. And the close range fight, which Bukon Banku loves, will give him an advantage as compared to Ayitey Powers.
Great moves by the two
That
boxes
is
here.
a wonderful right uppercut. You understand me? That is what he had to avoid. That is what Ayitey Powers have to avoid. This is where Bukon Banku wants Ayitey Powers pin him to the rope, give the uppercut.
And I mean, the uppercut is working for Bukon Banku.
Yes,
That is a very, very tough one coming from Bukon Banku.
Yeah.
Very, very. Look at that. So they still have to choke as they fight. It's incredible.
Ayitey Powers, I know him to be a range fighter. What he needs to do is that he needs to be keeping his jab. The left one is not going. Bukon Banku do not like jab. He needs to keep the jab very consistent to the face of Bukon Banku and create space for a punch.
Absolutely. Those of you watching us, this is live from the Accra Sports Stadium, Ghana. The much anticipated boxing bout, non-cruiserweight title fight between Brahma Kamoko and Ayitey Powers. Ayitey Powers is the boxer in the multicolored trunks where we have white, yellow, and blue. But Bukon Banku is the boxer in the black and white trunks, and I think today is the day. This is round one. It is a tough rounder, but Jeffrey, look at that. What a job. What a hook from Bukon Banku, Jeffrey.
That was a powerful hook from Bukon Banku. And I'm saying that, listen, what Ayitey Powers have to do, he's a range fighter. He fights from the outside, and what he needs to do is to send a left jab and be jabbing to create space for the straight right. He's not doing that. Bukon Banku is like fighting close range, fights you on the ropes, come with uppercut, making sure that he gets a counter punch if necessary. And Bukon Banku is actually executing his strategy. Ayitey Powers is not getting the strategy right because he's playing into the hands of Bukon Banku.
Absolutely. This is round one. It is round one, and already you can clearly see that the excitement is here. But I think that Bukon Banku was able to learn certain punches. That is Brahma Kamoko Bukon Banku with his trainer, and he is really, really interesting. Coach Brahma Kamoko being trained by Wuto Kwatekwe Porte. We call him Coach Akise, and supported by Tego. So I think that it looks like Bukon Banku is really well transferred. Let's look at
a good counter punch from him.
That is the one I was talking about.
Yes, that's
about
the uppercut.
Three of them in a row.
Yes, 3 flurry uppercuts coming from. Yeah, Ayitey Powers
He also delivered
yes, one right, but he failed to land properly.
But he succeeded in doing that.
Those were devastating uppercuts coming from Bukon Banku.
And that is the corner of Ayitey Powers with the trainer there. Aldo Nelson is the younger brother of Asma Nelson from that is him, Joseph Aldo Nelson, and supported by George Kujo. Round two. Are you excited, Jeffrey?
Very, very excited. I'm loving every second of it.
Interesting. So the boxers would continue trading punches, and Brahma Kamoko seems to have identified certain things in round one. Now in this round, Ayitey Powers will be very, very cautious because Brahma Kamoko was able to learn certain uppercuts. Yes, now it looks like Ayitey, he is coming up with a strategy where he must work with the head.
Well, that is what he needs to do. Good head movement. He needs to make sure he doesn't give Bukon Banku the opportunity to punch. Bukon Banku is a hard puncher, so he has to be very careful. Ayitey Powers has to be very careful. He should not give in much to Bukon Banku. Now, the reason he has started raising the guard, which is very crucial, because in the first round, he failed to do that. Bukon Banku took advantage of that and punched him with excellent uppercut because he fought him in a close range. This time around, I think one uppercut from
that is good from Ayitey Powers.
That missed.
And the combination is excellent.
That's a straight right.
Good one from
left hook from Bukon Banku. Left hook from Bukon Banku again.
What a fight, Jeffrey.
Exchanges, great exchanges from
Look
Bukon.
at that.
Another uppercut coming from Bukon Banku.
Jeffrey.
Yeah, but still I'm saying that Ayitey Powers is still giving too much room to Bukon Banku.
Watch your hands. Watch your hands.
Bukon Banku, what Bukon Banku is doing is that Bukon Banku is somebody who has mastered fighting in close range. Ayitey Powers should be getting out of. He fights from outside. He should be throwing the left jab in order to create the straight right into the face of Bukon Banku. But he's not doing that. And he's giving in too much to Bukon Banku. That is what is allowing the Bukon Banku to give in the uppercut.
But Jeffrey, it looks like now it is equal, because there seems to have similar strategy. When Bukon Banku goes into the jab, he throws 1-2. Ayitey would have to reach a lane and also give 1-2. So I think that it looks like now they are on the same wavelength, if you ask me, because it's really becoming very, very interesting.
Yeah, but I mean,
do they have the energy?
Well, I mean, time will tell whether they have the energy, because they are giving so much in the early 2 rounds. And for me, I think that is interesting.
Well, viewers, wherever you are, this is Accra, Ghana. Giving you live the much anticipated fights. Brahma Kamoko, the boxer in the black and white trunks, and Ayitey Powers, the boxer in the yellow, white, blue trimmings. And this is the much anticipated fight. Everybody was waiting for this fight, and the fight has finally come. This is round 2 of the 12th rounder, and Ayitey Powers seems to have discovered something now. And it looks like with the delivering of Ayitey, Bukon Banku has slightly slowed down.
Well, Ayitey have decided to trade punches with Bukon Banku. He decided to punch, and I told you, when he decides to punch, Bukon Banku, yeah, he takes a lot of punches, but he doesn't.
Look at that! What a hefty one, even though the bell actually went. But it's one of those in Jeffrey. Yeah. Look at Adekoka. Adekoka there, very excited. Azuma Nelson. Are they enjoying themselves here?
Well, look at the crowd. They couldn't have been any better place to be today than to be here. Trust me. Look at the crowd. They've gone gay. They've gone excited. They've gone wild. That is what the bout has brought to them. And joy, happiness, ecstasy. The crowd has gone gay. And for me, trust me, this bout has really will go down in the history of this country as the most exciting bout Ghana has ever hosted, even though it's a non-title.
Are you excited to be part of this?
Well, I'm more than excited about it.
That is the corner of Ayitey Powers there in your shot. And now Brahma Kamoko, Coach Akise, Mr. Porter there, making sure that his boxer will do the right thing. Round 3 is where we are now. We already had 2 rounds going by, and the 2 rounds were very, very excited. And now round 3, and I believe that Jeffrey, the 2 cornermen have seen the boxes. I think from this round we will see some changes in their artistry. Very well.
Well, I mean, I believe that. I mean, the first 2 rounds, the exchanges have been very clear. Second round, you saw that Ayitey Powers was coming into the bar strongly, was punching quite well, was ready to actually punch, was going all out with Bukon Banku. He was not scared. I mean, he has believed in himself that, listen, he has observed Bukon Banku in the first round. This time around, he's going all out to attack Bukon Banku. And for me, that is what is making the 10 round so interesting.
Ayitey is adopting quite a very unconventional style, and that's in the referee has sworn him. So that is also an issue.
Well, I mean, you remember Abner Mares and Joseph Agbeko, referee Russell Mora, actually also did the same thing.
Look at this! What a way to drop punches. These were really uncomfortable punches.
Well, but Ayitey Powers have to be careful with the showmanship.
They should be very, very careful.
It's not show business, it's seriousness. That's a right to
look at the righteous
punch into the face of Bukon Banku from Ayitey Powers. That's a good one.
I think this is very, very interesting.
Another right uppercut coming from Bukon Banku.
Now Ayitey Powers, what is wrong with him? He's not taking the guard, Jeffrey.
Well, the danger of what Ayitey Powers is doing, he's dropped the guard, and that would have been dangerous if Bukon Banku had seen it earlier and sending a straight right to the face. That would have been devastating.
Now Ayitey should be very careful. Are we really, Jeffrey, are we really saying something new here? Because it looks like Bukon Banku has done it in round 1, round 2, but in this very round, it looks like the scale has really shifted, and Ayitey Powers seems to be leaning on the rope. But I think that
Ayitey Powers has won himself into the bout, and gradually he's beginning to actually contest Bukon Banku, fight all the contest the punches Bukon Banku is throwing at him. Now what is important is that he is also giving counter punching. He's punching Bukon Banku. He's ready to take punches. He's ready to give a lot of punches, and he's not clinching like he used to in the beginning. Now he's realized that after giving a counter punch to Bukon Banku, he realized that, listen, after all, Bukon Banku, that fear substance around him
is still delivering the punches, and Ayitey Powers has no reply.
No.
There he comes now. Ayitey Powers has now retaliated. And Jeffrey, now the going is very, very tough. Now it's a give and take affair.
I can see it. Ayitey Powers, the left eye of Ayitey Powers is a bit swollen as we speak now. You can see it.
But he's still delivering the punches.
Yeah, he's delivering the punches, but trust me, he will be in pain. His left eye has received too much punches. That's another good uppercut coming from Bukon Banku.
He has succeeded in London
because Ayitey Powers has dropped his defense. His defense is so poor. He's dropping his defense and making it easy for Bukon Banku to penetrate.
Is Ayitey in trouble, Jeffrey?
Yeah, he's in trouble. He has to work on his defense.
So look at that, but he's still trying. And there goes the ball. Oh. What a fight. What a fight. And look at the celebration out there.
The whole stadium,
the
whole stadium is going gay. They are excited about what they are watching. And look at the crowd. The crowd is gay. It doesn't matter. Look at it. The celebrities are also gay. Everybody. This is the only moment.
Are the boxers giving us a lot to cherish them today?
Well, they are giving us a lot to cherish. At least Bukon Banku so far has shown that, listen, he is still a champion.
Verily, I think that's... Verily, I think that Ayitey Powers has really given a lot to the fans here, and likewise Bukon Banku. And I believe that a lot must be done at the corner of Ayitey Powers if really he wants to make an emergence. Look at this. This is exactly what I was saying. Look at the number of punches that went into the face of Ayitey Powers. About 5 punches. Left him penetrating ones. And I think that is really kudos to Bukon Banku. Look at that. Right to the head of Ayitey Powers.
Yeah, Jeffrey. The jab, good penetrating shot, good uppercut coming from him.
Coach. Now round 4. So now round 4 of the fight. We're watching live from the Cross Sports Stadium, and this is the much anticipated non-title cruiserweight fight between Brahma Kamoko and Ayitey Powers. This is round 4. Brahma Kamoko in the black and white trunks, and Ayitey Powers and the white, yellow, blue, and now Ayitey is in trouble now. He clinched. Jeffrey, what a day. He delivered 3 punches. In series, there he goes again. Will this be the end of the fight, Jeffrey?
Well, I think that he's dropping his guard and making Bukon Banku penetrate his defense so easily with punches and uppercuts, and it's not helping him, because when you get powerful punches through uppercut, it is going to affect your chin, and when it affects your chin, trust me, it's going to affect your concentration level, and that is what is affecting Ayitey Powers.
Great, Bukon Banku with a left jab, and the interesting aspect of it is that he's always succeeding in penetrating the defense of Ayitey Powers. He's just doing that. With Ayitey, he's not giving up. He's unperturbed, and Ayitey Powers succeeding in getting some jabs, because it's all about being aggressive. It's about landing your punches. It's about making sure the right things are done when it comes to your defense. These are the areas the judges would have to use to score the fight. And Brahma Kamoko ready. This round number 4, and the fans are so excited.
Well, he's delivering the power punches. He's very aggressive, and his decent punches, and his landing right. And those are what they will look at for.
Now you have Ayitey Powers in your shot. Sign of fatigue. Can you see some sign of fatigue on his face, Jeffrey?
Well, yeah. I mean, what I've seen so far, I think that his defense has been very poor. He's received 2.
Well, the fight will continue. The fans are here in their numbers. The fans are screaming, shouting. There he goes with another combination. Look at that.
Good uppercut.
Wonderful job. The uppercut was so hefty. Excellent from Bukon Banku, Jeffrey. Excellent from Bukon Banku. And look at this one as well. And Jeffrey, you were talking about the defense of Ayitey Powers. It looks like Brahma was able to succeed in penetrating the defense of Ayitey Powers. So he must look at his defense.
Ayitey Powers' defense is non-existent. His rear guard is always dropped, and that is why Bukon Banku has realized that, and that is why he's throwing flurry of uppercuts. And when uppercuts are thrown to your chin and your face, look at the way he's penetrating. You understand? And penetrating uppercut shot. I don't think that Ayitey Powers is helping himself.
And you realize that Kamoko is comfortable with the infighting. Brahma Kamoko is not ready to fight him from the distance. He wants to get closer to him, and that is working for him.
Well, that has been his strategy. He's an inside fighter, and that is what he does.
Look at that. Incredible stuff, Jeffrey. And the fans will go gay, to borrow your words. It is becoming amazing here. Now Brahma Kamoko with his trainer, Coach Akise, now making sure the right things are done. I think that so far, would you say it's so good for Brahma Kamoko?
Well, for me, so far so good for Banku. He's won all the rounds.
Interesting. But Ayitey Powers will have to make a comeback, and let's take a look at this. Look at this one. Series of punches, penetrating ones, and I love this area where the combination left, right, and center. Enter. Look at this one. This is a day. It really befits the name Judgment Day. This is the Judgment Night, and he has already started dancing. When the time is up. Can you believe it, Jeffrey? The fight is not over, but he's dancing.
Well, because he knows what he's capable of doing, and he's so far delivered, and so that is why he's dancing.
Interesting. But for the first time, Brahma looks very well conditioned.
Yeah.
Stamina-wise, I can see that he's on top of the game.
Jeffrey. He seemed a bit more conditioned, Brahma Kamoko. When he fought Vikapita, he's more conditioned than in that particular bout against Vikapita.
That's very true. So Ayitey would be refreshed in this round, round 5, and Brahma Kamoko and having some advantages in the previous rounds with uppercuts, with long head and jabs, with straight jabs and all that. So now he's working on the head. So Brahma Kamoko. Now I personally don't think it's right for Ayitey to drop his guards. At any given time, when he drops the guard, then Brahma can just go into him and deliver, an uppercut, which I think is devastating, Jeffrey.
Well, Ayitey Powers is still repeating the same mistakes he's repeating from this guard is very poor, making it easy for Bukon Banku to actually penetrate with excellent, powerful punches and jabs and uppercuts, and so that is the difficulty. That is the difficulty I'm having for Ayitey Powers. He has to change his fight strategy. He used to fight from outside, and he is a range fighter. I expect him to actually fight Bukon Banku from the outside, use his jabs very effectively, and make sure that he punches the grip off Bukon Banku. He's not doing that. There's no body shots coming from him. Powerful body shots that will drop Bukon Banku's left guard, which is still devastating, and give him an opening for him, Ayitey Powers, to actually send it straight right to the face of Ayitey Powers.
The issue is that Ayitey himself is not ready for the distance fighting, because Brahma Kamoko believe that, look, we have to go into inside fighting. That is where I can get you with a jab, with a straight jab, with an uppercut and all that. But Ayitey Powers himself, he is not really on the game where he would have to go fight him, as Raleigh said, from the distance. So it is really, really tough here. So now the boxers, are they getting exhausted now, Jeffrey?
Not really. I mean, it's a part of the round where sometimes you decide to clinch just to conserve a bit of energy. But like I said, what Ayitey Powers have to be doing is that I expect a lot of body shots from him. I'm not seeing that body shot for him. I'm not seeing jabs from him. I'm not seeing him coming out with a straight right that he's supposed to come out with. Because that is his kind of strategy he's supposed to use in beating Bukon Banku. He's not. Once again, you see he's dropped his guard, and Bukon Banku have landed that particular penetrating shot.
Absolutely, he has landed very, very well. So now the boxers would have to go into clinching, because as the run down, we get closer to the final round. Boxers would get exhausted. But I think that Ayitey Powers is gradually picking the pieces. Now, look at this wonderful one. A very strong punch on the chin of Bukon Banku. I think this is commendable from Ayitey Powers, I think so. Very, very powerful one indeed.
Well, that was a flash shot. It's not that's not a devastating punch. That is not I don't see that as a strong punch. That's a flash shot, not a punch, because I mean it didn't really affect Bukon Banku at all. He's not throwing heavy punches at all.
Absolutely. So
those are the flash shots. Those are what we describe flash shots.
But I think that it was really, really, really powerful, because I saw that moving Ayitey Powers. So that is the end of that round. Very interesting. But in this round, it looks quite a bit 50-50, because the two boxers did work. Wow. I saw them working, but it wasn't like the previous rounds where you saw Brahma Kamoko dominating.
Yeah, Ayitey Powers started coming into the bout a bit. In the quarter after 1 minute, 50 seconds, started coming into the bout strong. strongly, where he was throwing some left and some right. And on 2 occasions, he hit 2 shots, and that really affected Bukon Banku. But apart from that, Bukon Banku was more aggressive, was landing some few decent points. So it's still around that goal went to Bukon Banku.
Absolutely. The trainer of Brahma Kamoko would continue talking. It looks like his boxer is getting everything right. The rhythm is working. And so that is the corner of Brahma Kamoko, the red corner. And the fans are here in their numbers. Wherever you are, you're watching us live from Accra, Ghana. This is the much anticipated fight. Everybody is looking forward to this fight. And finally, it has come, and this is round 6. And we believe that these boxers have given a lot for everybody out there to cherish them. Ayitey Powers, and he started very, very well. Along the way, Brahma Kamoko actually got an upper hand. He sat in the saddle, delivered a lot of punches, but now it looks very equal. As I said, in the last 5 rounds, we saw a lot of exchanges. In round 5, we saw a lot of equation where we have both Brahma Kamoko and Ayitey Powers doing a good job, but now it looks like it's becoming slower. Jeffrey.
Well, I mean, as time goes, the rounds wear down. Sometimes that is it. It conserves some energy, and then you begin to actually go ahead with the punches, flurry of punches, excellent activities. That is the way sometimes boxing works. It will depend on the various boxers involved. But so far, you realize that Bukon Banku started with a lot of energy in the early round, so definitely you conserve some energy. But one thing about Bukon Banku is that he keeps consistency in whatever he does. In most of his bout, he's consistent.
But Ayitey Powers is not doing that.
Yeah, Ayitey Powers, the difficult problem he has and the challenge is, 1, his defense is poor. 2, he's not landing decent punches. 3, I have not seen him doing proper body shots. No, he's not working on the body of Bukon Banku. You know Bukon Banku, if you watch here and Vika Peter worked on his body, and he was dropping his left guard, and Vika Peter had opportunity to hit him hard at Accra Sports Stadium.
Okay.
So for me, I think that I expect Ayitey Powers in his corner to have learned, studied that, to know that that is one disadvantage about Bukon Banku, but they've not done that. That is why he's not taking advantage of that, and it's giving a full day.
Absolutely. In this fight, you don't have the time to do that steady. Probably the cameramen are watching when he gets back to research, that they will talk to him and be sure that he will correct that abnormally. But yes, still Bukon Banku. Look at that! What a miss! It was a miss. This was not a punch.
No, it was not a punch. It was a miss.
He slipped in the process.
Yeah, he slipped. Yeah.
Okay, what a miss. So it was a wild punch, but I think that it is really a manifestation of what is happening here today. The two pugilists are giving us a lot to cherish them. Bukon Banku, look at that. And I love the way he goes about the job. He's
The left jab,
them very,
penetrating
very well.
left jab into the face, straight into the face of Ayitey Powers. And that is what I'm saying, that you don't allow Bukon Banku to easily penetrate through your defense. I mean, when you do that, you are actually receiving a lot of punishment, and that can affect you.
And interestingly, he lost almost all the punches that he delivered.
Because the defense is non-existent.
Ayitey Powers reorganizing himself. Look at his demeanor. But I am really appreciative of the fact that Ayitey is not showing any sign of tiredness. Jeffrey?
Yeah, well, I mean, he's a durable boxer, so you don't expect him to show a lot of tiredness.
Absolutely. So that is in round 6. We're rolling. So it's becoming interesting. We are building up, and I believe that Ayitey has impressed me personally, because in round 3, I thought Ayitey Powers would have given up, but he stood up, he stand firm, and here we are. We're in round 6, moving to round 7. So wherever you are, you're watching us from the Accra Sports Stadium. This is Wembley, where we have this match, a weighted fight. Brahma Kamoko and Ayitey Powers. It's live at Accra Sports Stadium. Now it's Ayitey Powers there at the corner with his chin. Yes,
Yeah, that was a slip.
Yeah, it was a slip. It was a slip, but I don't know. Was it the timing that caused him that slip?
Now, when you throw wild, you see, when you throw a wild punch, you create unbalance for yourself. Even though it was a slip, the weight behind that particular punch was too much. What you need to do is to steady the punch, so that if there's not too much weight behind the punch, it doesn't throw you down like that.
Absolutely.
There was too much weight behind the punch you threw. So when you miss and you become unbalanced, and there's a little problem with the ring, you slip and go down. Yeah.
Verily. So round 7, yeah, welcome. And you're watching us live from the Accra Sports Stadium by the Ken Kedis of Super Sport. We're here today, And it is amazing. Boxers giving us a lot this round 7. Brahma Kamoko and is the boxer in the black and white trunks, and Ayitey Powers in the yellow, blue, white trunks. It is really, look at that. Now Ayitey Powers is becoming quite a bit inactive.
Well, for me, I'm saying that, listen, if you want to win this fight, I want to see Ayitey Powers. What he needs to do most, I want to see him coming out strongly, hitting Bukon Banku on the cage rib. I've not seen him do that. I've not seen him using his left jab on Bukon Banku's face. I've not seen him coming out with wonderful punches. I've not seen any devastating punch from Ayitey Powers so far. And so it's becoming difficult. His guard, he needs to improve up. He needs to keep the guard and be decent and know when to release punches. He's dropping the guard too easily and allowing Bukon Banku to take advantage of that. And that is why Bukon Banku is sending a lot of uppercuts.
And that is what boxing is all about. If you fail to deliver, if you fail to live by your strategy, definitely your opponent is going to capitalize on that. So Ayitey Powers tonight, he is doing well, but it looks like Brahma Kamoko squarely in the saddle, is delivering the punches at the right time, is landing most of them. And Ayitey Powers' defense, as Jeffrey rightly indicated, looks very, very porous. He needs to work on his defense, but now it looks like he has identified that. Look at that. What is it doing? Interesting, Jeffrey, if you ask me.
This is dangerous.
This is interesting. Look at that.
This is dangerous. I mean, you don't do this for boxing. It's dangerous. You got Bukon Banku. He has opened up. Bukon Banku. Look at. The straight jab, penetrating jab into his face, straight into his face, and it's not. Look at one uppercut coming from Bukon Banku.
But the behavior of Ayitey Powers reminds me of Whittaker.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's unfortunate because look at how do you allow the defense to be breached easily with right uppercut and then the penetrating punch. That is.
The combination is so amazing that one cannot really tell. But I believe that what I was saying earlier was that if you look at the way Ayitey is going about his strategy tonight, he reminds me of Whittaker. He reminds me of Whittaker because this is the style of Whittaker. But Whittaker knows what to do when he goes this way. Oh my God! This time, I think that Ayitey Powers is totally exhausted. If you ask me, Jeffrey.
Well, listen, I mean, he's received some decent punches from Bukon Banku, good uppercuts and penetrating jabs. That's a good uppercut also from Bukon Banku once again.
But the retaliation was solid from Ayitey Powers, Jeffrey.
Well, I mean, his punch was not that solid. The reason being that it is not really making any impact in Bukon Banku. It is not really resonating anything in Bukon Banku.
But Ayitey is still fighting. He's not giving up. And I like his resilience.
Oh, that's another uppercut coming from Bukon Banku.
Good. But
another round.
Frankly speaking, Bukon Banku has excelled in the rounds that we've watched so far, undoubtedly.
He's won all the rounds.
So are you saying that Ayitey is not really giving him that opposition that we expected?
Not at all. He's not giving the needed opposition, not at all. He's allowing Bukon Banku to have a full day. You know, people came here because, listen, Ayitey Powers has spoken so much. People know that, listen, Bukon Banku is undefeated. Who can stop Bukon Banku? Is it Ayitey Powers? Is he the man to stop Bukon Banku?
It's not over yet.
And he's not showing that yet.
It's not it's not over yet. Look at that.
Look at this again.
Is it tiredness? I think it's tiredness, Jeffrey.
No, but you don't do this in a boxing.
He has lost ideas.
In the course of a bout.
The ideas are gone.
And the opponent has taken advantage to penetrate your guard and punch. Look at uppercut. Look at right uppercut.
The right one and the left hook that came after that.
You understand? So for me,
it's amazing.
Yeah, it's not good for him.
And the phenomenon of
he must change his strategy. He must change his strategy. Ayitey Powers must change his strategy. As we speak now, he's lost 7 rounds on my scorecard.
But you know the judge, Jeffrey.
Well, I score bouts.
You are not the judge.
If he wants to win, he has to knock down Bukon Banku.
For now. Okay, Jeffrey, I disagree with you. You're not the judge. You're the
I'm saying that.
Now it's round number 8, and Brahma Kamoko back to camera with the black trunks and wet trimmings, and the Ayitey Powers at the other side, making sure he must make an amends. And his cornermen are aware that he must make an amends if really he wants to win this fight.
The only way Ayitey Powers can win this bout is by a knockout. Other than that, because Bukon Banku is leading on all the scorecards, I can tell you for a fact. And I'm saying that if he doesn't knock him, Bukon Banku will win a unanimous point decision.
But very well. But I think that Ayitey is beginning to connect now, because it's connecting effectively now. and it looks like Ayitey Powers knows very well that he started not very well. Now he's trying to pick the pieces, and I love the combination that I saw a while ago with the left right on the cheek of Bukon Banku, and they got one penetration one on the face of Bukon Banku. That just gradually Ayitey is picking up the
right
pieces.
uppercut coming from Bukon.
But that is not really, it's not anything that would affect him because I've not seen any movement from Ayitey Powers. So Ayitey gradually is picking up the pieces.
Well, it's that Ayitey Powers is not really making any significant impact in this particular bout. To be frank with you, yes. All you are doing is receiving punches. You are not giving punches back. How many punches does he throw in a round? You understand? How many punches are landing decently? Brahma Kamoko's punches are decent. He's more aggressive, and those are what the judges look out for.
Absolutely.
Yeah, his defense is very good. This is what score you bout. Points that will enable you win the bout. But Ayitey Powers is not doing that.
But that is
he's not giving the judges an opportunity and reason why they should be giving good points.
Absolutely.
You understand?
So that is exactly what you say, because the scoring system, we're talking about effective aggression, clean punching, ring generalship, and defense. It looks like Brahma Kamoko so far, he has succeeded in achieving all this. He's the aggressor of the two. He has landed clean punches, and he was able to control the ring as the general. So look at that. Exactly, what a good shot coming from Ayitey Powers on the cheek of Bukon Banku. It was a very nice straight jab. Look at that.
No.
Wonderful. But I think that Ayitey gave it to Ayitey here.
Ayitey did quite well, because what he has to do is try to look for an uppercut that will lead to a knockout, because he's lost all the rounds so far, and that is what he has to do now, and that is what he has started. I hope that he will be very consistent in doing it. By you don't look for knockout when you are clinching in 2 minute time.
But no. he has done something good earlier. So the clinching you indicated earlier, that is part of the defense. So when you accumulate the points, you can strategically clinch. So that is the end of that round. Is gradually coming closer, and Ayitey Powers, I think Jeffrey gave it to him in this round.
No, I don't think so. You will see the scorecards. I'm saying that this round is also won by Bukon Banku. I give 10-9 to Bukon Banku. He was very aggressive. His ring generalship was good. His defense was good. He was landing decent punches and power punches. You understand me? So I still think that Bukon Banku won this round 10-9.
Okay, Ayitey Powers in the shot now. And at his corner, the blue corner, with his trainer, Audu Nelson. And so Brahma Kamoko now, and he's comfortably seated because he believes that he has done enough today. His coach looking very, very cheerful, but it's not over yet. You have about 4 more rounds to go, so you cannot celebrate when the fight is not over, because anything can happen, Jeffrey.
Well, that is what I'm saying, that Ayitey Powers, what he has to do now is to go for a knockout. That is all that he has, because he's lost on the scorecards. On my scorecards, he's lost so far, and I think that the judges will agree with me. Ayitey Powers, what he has to do now is to come out with a lot of flurry of punches, counter punching. He has to go all out and make sure that he delivers powerful and devastating punches to the face of Bukon Banku that will affect him.
Round 9 now. After this, we have 3 more to go. So gradually we are closing to the round 12, and Brahma Kamoko and Ayitey Powers. This is the fight everybody was looking forward to. It has come to us at the Cross Sports Stadium, and we are here live. And this is round 9. Ayitey Powers in the yellow, white, blue trimmings, and Bukon Banku in the black and white trimmings rounds there. So Bukon Banku's back to camera now. And Jeffrey, I think that this is really something to talk about. The ability of these boxers to come into this fight. Remember, yesterday the weigh-in, Bukon Banku really had a problem with the weight. I don't know. Probably somebody out there may speculate that could be an advantage to Bukon Banku today.
Well, I mean, it's not always the case that in boxing, when you are overweight, it gives you an advantage. Most often it's a disadvantage. And the most important thing is that, listen, what matters in boxing is what he's doing today. Bukon Banku, his movement is very good. He's aggressive. He's landing decent punches. Excellent uppercut. Making sure that he's fighting close range, pinning Ayitey Powers down to the ropes and make